Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who have taken time out of your busy schedule to attend this important conference. And a special message of thanks to those who have traveled a great distance to be here, especially delegates based in Latin America. I have been fortunate to join a number of trade delegations to Latin America, from Colombia to Costa Rica, from Argentina to Panama, and many others. I know firsthand just how far you've traveled for today and appreciate it. Between us, there are great opportunities for collaboration and mutually beneficial goals. DMCC is a world-leading free zone. Why do companies enjoy doing business from Dubai? We're within just a few hours flight time to close to 5 billion people out of a global population of 7 billion. Business from around the world use Dubai as a hub to do business across the region, as well as with Africa, India, and further to Asia. It's easy to set up a business here, it's comfortable to live here, and it's convenient to connect to new markets from Dubai. Today, I would like to talk to you about the huge potential of Dubai and DMCC's partnership with Latin American entities and working together to increase trade flows. This is especially important in light of the recent rise in protectionist global trade policies. We heard about this in yesterday's session, and it is a trend that is curbing opportunities for trade in some parts of the world. Fortunately for us all, Dubai is heading in the opposite direction. The decision to adopt a globalization approach to trade is one of the reasons behind Dubai's remarkable growth story. We have embraced globalization and our role in global trade since the very beginning. UAE is open to business and was founded on the principle of free trade and global reach. This is also why we have pioneered establishing free zones and pro-business landscape. It's all about making it easy to do business and connect with new markets. There are fantastic business synergies between Dubai and Latin America, which can bring huge benefits to all of us. What is the role that we see Dubai and the wider region playing in Latin America's global trade? And how can Latin American companies use Dubai as a hub that will increase their presence in the region and in African and Asian markets? One of these opportunities is the global halal meat business, which is set to have a value of more than $6 trillion in 2018. This figure is so extraordinary that I believe it should be repeated. $6 trillion in just the last 6 years. This figure has doubled. Without a doubt, Dubai is superbly positioned to serve as the capital of the entire Middle East for the halal meat trade. Indeed, Latin American companies, especially in the food business, have already started supplying the halal market and are now increasingly looking to Dubai to manage their business in the region. Brazil, for instance, provides around half of South America's meat requirements and offers complete halal certification. This is a perfect fit for the Gulf region, as 90% of our food requirements are imported. Also, when you consider the water management challenges facing the region and the associated production cost of desalination domestically, there is a clear case for Latin American companies providing a solution. Quite frankly, there are some foods that cannot be cost-effectively produced in this part of the world. This is where Latin American companies can step in and export their products to not only serve the Dubai market, but the entire region. So how can Latin American companies best leverage Dubai as a hub, and what are the challenges they face in supplying the market? The Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry reported a new high for trade between Latin America and the UAE with an increase of 26% in 2017 compared to 2010, and growth is expected to continue this year. Latin America is heavily dependent on a diverse range of commodities, such as agriculture products, coffee, meat, oil, and gold. Agriculture dominates export from Latin America to the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, accounting for 57% of total exports to the region. Brazil is the largest coffee producing nation in the world, while Colombia, Honduras, Mexico, and Guatemala are also top coffee-producing countries. It should be exciting news that we're setting up a world-class coffee center in Javza South this year for value addition and redistribution of coffee across the region. For Latin America, famed for its sophisticated and increasingly innovative coffee markets, this will provide an opportunity to drive new trade flows of coffee and growth in this region. We also want to ensure that LATAM businesses are aware of the best practice infrastructure we offer entrepreneurs and large companies alike in DMCC and Dubai. Latin America is a dynamic, emerging market with huge business opportunities. We want to find out how we can make Dubai more attractive and more accessible for your companies. As a first step, we launched our website in Spanish earlier this year. I encourage you to visit dmcc.ae. Our website will make it easier for our Spanish-speaking friends to take the first steps in setting up a business here in Dubai. And we're excited to announce that we plan to host roadshows in Spain later this year so we can interact with Latin American companies that have already established a presence there and are looking to learn more about coming to Dubai. Please allow me to make some specific points that illustrate how well suited we are to working with the Latin American market. Firstly, we have a plan, at the very least, to double LATAM's share of trade with Dubai to 6% from 3% within the next 3 years, and to reach double digits by 2022. We want to do this by unlocking the significant opportunities and creating beneficial partnerships. Secondly, we created the DMCC Food Trade Group 2 years ago to address significant challenges facing the industry. We currently have more than 1,000 companies taking part. Thirdly, DMCC works with the food trade groups throughout Latin America to identify better ways for companies to access finance, reduce trading risks, and find solutions to trading challenges. Our coffee center I mentioned earlier is a good example of this. Fourthly, food security is critical for us. Latin America has some of the world's leading agriculture producers and exporters, and that provides significant opportunities for further enhancing and collaboration of food security. Fifthly, Latin America is a vital source of food imports for the GCC. Agriculture exports grew by 90% between 2006 and 2015, and that shows its critical role in the GCC's food security strategy. LATAM will play a pivotal role in global food production and exports in the future, and we want to be part of that. So how do we leverage all of this? What can Dubai offer LATAM countries and their firms? First, we want to work with companies seeking international expansion and markets that have large multinationals looking for a home base in this part of the world. DMCC is where it is because we understand what business needs. We listen, we learn, and we appreciate the challenges associated with setting up enterprise in new markets. We do what we can to tackle challenges in close collaboration with the businesses we host, and this is why DMCC is the best at what it does in the industries and markets we operate in. We are a market maker. Second, Gulf investors have shown interest in Latin America's ports and logistics. So developing air and sea links has been and will continue to be critical to the deepening of commercial ties between Gulf investors and Latin American firms. Third, facilitating trade, connecting markets, and essentially making it easier for companies to do business is central to the success of Dubai's economy, something that we at DMCC work on day in and day out and take great pride in. As a result, DMCC has grown from hosting about 30 companies in 2003 to a figure nearing 15,000 today, representing 170 countries and employing over 57,500 people. And we register 7 companies to our free zone every working day. Dubai has built a reputation of always being a pioneer in attracting business and moving fast. Take our Gold and Diamond Center as an example. The speed at which we grew the industry up until 2017 was nothing short of incredible. Dubai has become one of the world's leading physical gold markets and diamond trading hubs, accounting for an annual $75 billion combined. DMCC has played a central role in achieving this through its continued encouragement of free trade and enterprise. This did not go unnoticed. Industry players from across the established markets of Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas were looking on and seeing what we were doing, trying to understand what exactly was driving the growth. And this is not just anecdotal. We continue to see other markets follow Dubai's example and adopt a similar approach that removes barriers to trade. The introduction of the carrot tax on the diamond industry in Belgium is an example of how its government is driving pro-business and industry, supporting simplicity, predictability, and stability to the industry. And more importantly, I personally applaud the Thai government's recent decision to completely cancel all taxes and VAT on diamonds, gem, and jewelry. This is a decision that shows great leadership and vision from their part. And if you here in the room or in the rest of the world are listening, are looking to provide competitive edge, you do not need to look any further than to DMCC and the model we implemented to become a global top 3 diamond hub in record time, despite operating in a challenging region. And also look at what Thailand is now doing to support real growth for this industry. One last example is also the Turkish government recently abolished various prohibitive taxes on diamonds and diamond imports, and now has the structure in place to pursue growth, and many more are following this model. At DMCC, our mission is to create and enhance a global market for commodities and to drive trade flows through Dubai. We will continue to look for ways to expand and create new opportunities, and as Executive Chairman of DMCC and the Chairman of the Dubai Diamond Exchange, I will continue to push boundaries to open new doors for trade. We will see more tenders and auctions of diamonds and precious stones take place in Dubai, attracting players from Australia, Canada, Africa, and of course, the LATAM markets. Let's identify the key growth drivers in Latin America and assess opportunities that they in turn will create so we can drive the next wave of growth together. Thank you.